Alright, I just arrived at the station in Budapest, and from what I saw on the right in, the city looks really nice. I just bought a monthly bus pass, and there was this guy, probably like drunk or something, standing by the machine trying to talk to people. And since I was taking so long, he was like trying to help me press the button to advance, and I kept sort of like waving him away, and he was harmless. But at the end, when I walked away, he said goodbye or something. It was like it was at least aware enough to notice that I had the machine in English and I didn't speak a word of Hungarian to him. But it was nice actually. Alright, I just got off the first bus. I've got to cross onto the highway to get to the second bus. It was so quiet in the bus, like they didn't announce the stops and nobody was talking or anything, so I checked the map and I saw we were like right at my stop, and I like pressed the button real quick, and then it dings, and it's just like this startle because it was so quiet. One thing I noticed both in Serbia and Hungary, the buses are clearly German, like the stickers on the walls, and when it says the bus is stopping, it's written in German. It was kind of difficult to find the bus. I think like at first I found the spot, but I was afraid it was the same number going in the wrong direction, so I wanted to check the other side. I asked the bus driver first. He said he didn't speak English. The security, he looked at my phone, and then he told me to go down the stairs. He goes left, like turn left twice and go to the ticket counter. And then I got there. That lady didn't speak English either, but she wrote down the platform I needed to go to. Even though all the signs in the station were written in Hungarian and English, I felt like Hungarians probably speak less English than Serbians, in my very limited experience. But it's this sort of like nice, familiar feeling being here. Like something about it feels familiar, even though it's my first time. I don't know if it's just like, I don't know, like the EU signs, like they use the same format or like the same type of buildings, or the fact that I'm used to seeing Hungarian in writing. This whole thing with the bus right now is like really confusing because I've got to somehow cross from like one road onto the parallel road, but it's like a highway, so I mean definitely a hassle. Yeah, I mean I guess it's just the fact that where I'm staying is not really central. Yeah, this is a bit strenuous, and I was definitely like already crashing while I was still in the bus. When I'm up walking around, I'm okay, but I'm like really achy, and I can feel it when I sit, and I know recovery is going to be rough after all of this. I did go ahead and get a month pass, since I know I'll be here for at least a month. I think the quarter pass is not actually cheaper. Of course I didn't sit and compare everything, but it was about 30 euros. In Florent, I think it's 2,500. Which is what a month pass in Orléans costs, but a lot cheaper than what I would have paid in Bielefeld or Paris. I already looked into ordering food, and I would say if Serbia is like a quarter of what I would normally pay, Hungary is like half. So it's not quite as cheap, but it's still a lot cheaper than what I'm used to, which would explain why the city, compared to Serbia, is, much nicer looking. had some Hungarian students a few years ago. I was teaching this German class too, and they were like working in a factory like 12 hours a day. They never got to go out. They had arrived in Germany pretty recently, but there were some Poles who I was also teaching who'd been in Germany for years, and they'd never learned any German, and I think it was because they were always working and they never really got a chance to go out and interact with Germans. So I guess just from seeing them, I felt like, you know, Hungary was a lot poorer, and, you know, from what I've seen so far, it looks pretty nice. I have heard that the cost of living is really high, that it's actually higher than in Germany, even though wages are a lot lower, so I'm sure that plays into it. Also, I guess part of that familiarity is hearing words that I recognize, which, you know, I experience with Turkish too. You know, I hear a lot of words that I recognize even though I don't exactly know what they mean. But yeah, I am walking up on my first hostess's place. I hope my food is there. I'm ready to crash for the next few days, and I will record the city to show you guys soon, so you don't have to stare at much too close-ups of my face.